Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, share this live. We are going to have a little bit of fun today with our makeup. If you in a position where you can pull your palettes out, let us play with some makeup and have some makeup fun. It is going to be fun here. A little bit of happiness and joy and motivational word and encouraging word. Let us do that to keep encouraging each other to move on forward. I, while everyone is coming out, let's, I need to do my eyes. I need to base my eyes. I'm never on the ball with this one. It's interesting. No, me and this, I have to figure out a way to get my mirror in a way where it doesn't blind anyone. Hello, 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 everyone. As you come in, I am saying hello to you. I am still trying to work this mirror. Glasses off. I want to use my Juvia's Place, and this dries really fast, so I have to work with it very fast. Hello, hello, Sarah. How are you? Yeah, yeah. I have my drinking water. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Thumbs up the video. Give me a like. Give me a share. I appreciate it very much. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, I'm doing good, doing good. It's always nice to see people in the chat I can talk to. I love it. Hello, Nanette, Yvette. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you all for taking the time to come visit with me. I always love talking about you all. Okay, thank you. Give me a thumbs up and share this live because YouTube loves when people are in the chat. I noticed that with the lives, they love people in the chat and like having communication and thumbsing it up and stuff. They like that for some reason. I noticed that in the algorithm. I want to say thank you all very much for showing up and spending a little bit of time with me. Today, as the title says, a lot of people do the eyeshadow when it's a smoky eye look. They either use brown or black, and a lot of people are afraid to use black because black can get away from you fast. And so people will skip that. And some people don't want to be doing brown all the time. And there are other colors you can use to make a smoky eye look. So we're going to do a smoky eye look without using black or brown. Talk to each other in the comments. Say hi to each other. It is always nice on this community for us to keep sharing love and let everybody know that we meet them where they are and we do see them. We see each other. I love that because all of us have so much going on. Sometimes it is just so hard, but we got to make the time to let somebody know, I see you. I see you. And that's important. I'm using the Eye Prep Eye Primer by Juvia's Place. This one is shade number 1. It's the white one. And if anybody have this primer, before you use it, shake it a lot, a lot, a lot. There's like a little ball in there. And when you're not using it, it separates. So sometimes people just take it and start using it. I see a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't work. And I had to put in the chat of people and say, you have to shake it and it dries really fast. So you got to work with it. Don't put a lot. A very, very little bit goes a long way. So if anybody have this is how to work with it. It works really good. This is good. You don't hear people talk a lot about these stuff from Juvia's Place, but they are really, really good. I got a couple items in the item, and oh boy, I write down everything. I don't know how to snap snapshot anything. I'm technically challenged. So if my kids do that, I'll say, hey, show me how to do a snapshot or however they call it. But yes, it is a good product. I love this. And I pinch it. But I run for my pen and I take my paper and the I am that I'm reading now, it's a I am refreshed on the woman I have become. Mentally, emotional, and physically, I have overcome a lot of obstacles. Oh my God. We can relate. We can relate about that obstacle because life is not always, a lot of people like to show us and act like nothing going wrong in their life. That's not true. Somebody tell you everything in their life is perfect, go the other direction because it is never true. So don't ever think that nobody has, all of us have something going on. It is just what it is. Nothing else you can do about that. I'm just priming my eye because I want to use a bright color and I want it to pop today. And then I will use the other shade to show you how I smoke the eye look. You all know I have hooded eyes, so my look is not gonna come out like the next person. But I like to do looks that look like the everyday makeup that we will wear anywhere. We will create an eye look and we will go to the mall, to the store, to the gas station to work. Those are the kind of eyeshadow I like to create. Every now and then I go, like in my wild head, I will do that. But I like to create just the regular everyday eyeshadow makeup. Somebody might want to do a three-color eyeshadow look and they'll be like, you know what, let me just do this. And they're gone. I mean, I go to the store sometimes and I see people older than me rocking their makeup. I always compliment them. I go to them, I say, I love your makeup. I love your makeup because it's just pretty. I'm gonna take this little baby sponge. No, I don't want this baby sponge, not yet. I'm gonna take this one. I appreciate you all coming. Whenever somebody else new comes in, please say hi to them for me because I'm trying not to keep you all too long, but also to have a little bit of fun. But that I'm like, God knows we all have, something going on. I just went for my mammogram a couple days ago. I got the results. They are good. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. And then at the same time, I say a prayer for somebody else who might not get a good result. It's like, it's not always what works for you, but there are lots of other people just suffering. There's a lot of suffering in this world. And I understand that clearly. I know how that can be. I have so many palettes on my desk here. I've been moving things around, fixing things. Things didn't work last night or yesterday. I spent fixing things again. I was like, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'm not giving up. I have never given up before like that. So I'm not going to give up now. So I'm just working with things, trying to get things organized. Okay, so now I have this on my eye. We are going to start. I will entertain a crowd of one. I'll entertain a crowd of 100. I'll entertain a crowd of millions. Two is here right now. I am entertaining you. That's how we work. So we after this, I'll do a full face. I'm going to use yellow. I have. I just love this palette. This Be Perfect Carnival Pro Palette XL. I love this so much. When I'm not filming for YouTube, I'm in it. You see, I have a lot of the ones that are going. So I'm gonna use this yellow right here. This yellow, I have to be very careful with it. For some reason, it's very crumbly, and I usually go a little too heavy, so it always come out. See, this is a pretty yellow. I mean, hello, right up my alley. It's just so pretty. So I'm gonna take this yellow and I'm gonna put it all over my eyes. Makeup fun. Yeah, but that eye, see how it's falling for some reason, I guess. And I always dig in there. I'm just supposed to tap, but then I dig and then I'm in trouble after that. But I mean, how are you all doing? I myself, I'm doing good. I cannot complain. My family, they're healthy, thank God, and they are doing good. It already rained, and you might hear thunder in the background. There's still a little bit of thunder going on, and it the rain stopped so far. But other than that, for some reason, I notice when the less percentage they say about rain is the more it rain. When they have 90% chance of rain, I don't see rain in my area. It's raining somewhere else, but not here. Today's 40%. It have rained twice, and it's a downpour, just rain, rain, rain. So it's like so interesting. It's like okay, it's supposed to be 40%. 40% is less, but that's when we get the rain. So yeah. Hello, Matthew Wingington. Yep, the tray he does the little shots. That last time with that onion stuff you put. Oh my God, I never thought of that. I was like, that's delicious. Hello, Tanya. How are you, my girl? Thank you all for coming. Give me a thumbs up. I'm just gonna proceed with. I'm gonna do a yellow eye look and make it smoky afterwards. Because I know lots of people don't like using black or brown because sometimes it's just too much for some people who just want to be subtle but love a little color. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this all over my eye. I'm just tapping it in because I don't want to blend per se because then I might just end up wiping it off because I have oily lids. So sometimes I don't blend, I just tap. And every now and then, because as you tap, it kind of spreads it. That's what it does, you know. It spreads it and you just do that. But this is where we are with this. Okay, half of the eye is done. I am going to use my matte primer on my face. I put my little ribbon because some mornings I wake up, I'm like, I know I'm home, but I'm going to look pretty. so, so that's what this whole thing is about. Not because I'm coming on screen, but I just make myself pretty. So the I read earlier on is, let me put my glasses on to read that. The I am refreshed on the woman I have become mentally, emotionally, and physically. I have overcome a lot of obstacles. Someone left that in the video. I said, I am refreshed. You say you're refreshed. Someone left that. I mean, we can all relate to that. Emotionally, there's so much, you know. If one person in your family is not feeling good, that takes a mental toll on you. It takes an emotional toll on you. And then your physical side kind of like take a hit. You might stay strong, but some days you feel like you just can't do anything. And in that moment, you have to remember if you can't do anything, just don't do anything. If you push yourself, you'll be on the breaking point. When our body tells us not to do something, just some as hard as it is, sometimes to like override that, we got to take a stand back and do that because it can be very, very serious. I have my Clinic and it's the press powder from Clinic. Let's see what I think it's nutmeg, but I want to be sure. It's the color is 20 Stay Nutmeg. It's Stay Matte Shea Press Powder Oil Free. So it's from Clinic. It's just powder, not powder foundation. Yes, with yellow, you have to pack it on. Yeah, because there are some colors, it's just very hard to blend them, because once you start blending them, they start getting like away with you, they disappear. So certain colors, you just have to pack it on and do the best job you can with that. That's it. Okay, just powder today. Today's just powder. Yeah, yeah. I'm using a sponge. I just love this powder. This powder is like perfect. I mean, see, no powder, a little bit of powder. It's like you see the difference right here. See, it just goes on. It's not full coverage because it's just a powder, but it does the job. If you just want to go to the store, go out and have a little bit of lunch, do that. But this little powder is excellent and it's clinic and I like the shade. The shade is like I actually went in store for this. I tell lady, we gotta try a lot of powders today, and she was not worried. We tried, and I end up getting this one. I was like, yeah, this is the right one and stuff like that. So, and that's a while back. But this is it. Half of my face have it, and up here I don't have. Hello, Mona. Is that who I see? Yes. Boy, our eyes at 57. I'll be, oh my God, in 2 months, I'll be 58. Can you imagine that? This is like, something I was like, how old am I? I got to check. I was like, let me calculate this. But I'll be 58 on October 1st. So that is like, thank you, Lord Jesus. I mean, making it that far, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Hey, Mona, how are you? Mona put out a video yesterday on that light face mask. Go check it out. The electric one, the red light or the blue light, they call it. You got to check it out to see the difference it makes. And she remind everybody menopause takes a toll on your skin. I have no elasticity in my skin. I mean, menopause that went out the window. God knows how. I was 49 when I started menopause. I'm going to be 58, 58, and I still have menopause. I took a little break a little while ago because my forehead was wet. You see, my forehead is wet. And all this is just heat. And it comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. So I've been in this struggle for a long time. And by the time things got to the point where I could not do anything anymore, I had to go. I mean, when my doctor, I went for my test, and I'm talking back, was it 2011? Yeah, 2011, I think. And she's like, you know what? We've been, and she's been monitoring the how to call it again, the fibroid for we've been monitoring it for like 6 or 7 years because it has always been a problem, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the last checkup I went for in 2011, she's like, you know what? We are going to have to do something because this is not good. I mean, I couldn't even touch my stomach. If my husband were to hold me around my waist, it would hurt. That's how much that hurt. It would put pressure on me. And when I went and I tell her, well, I got to talk to my husband, she took the test and so she said, we got to have this thing out like now. Within 2 days, I tell her, yes, we agree for us to have the surgery. And then it wasn't too long after that it was like hours. She called and gave me the schedule. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it, and all of that stuff. Because it had gotten to the point where it be, you are always welcome. Yeah, red light mask. Yep. Now that's no, we don't ask people for views and subscriptions and stuff like that. It's like if you like what the person do, then you subscribe. If you just only like that one video, just watch it all the way to the end because it helps, and leave a comment, because that when you comment, YouTube likes that. So that's, and we are community here. You learn something on Mona's channel that you wouldn't learn on mine. You'll learn something on Sarah, on Tanya's channel that you wouldn't learn on mine. And Matthew has a channel also. So we all share a little bit of something. And if a little bit of something can help one person somewhere, that's always good. That is always good. If it saved one person, that's a big, big thing, because you can only start with one person you help, turn around and help somebody else, and that person helps somebody else, like that. And that's why I like my platform, because I want it to be motivating to everybody who shows up. Everything will not motivate you, but one day something might just motivate you. And that is why I like doing this. I mean, I'm home. I can wake up and go say, okay, let me go down the road and hang out, go sit in the park and stuff like that. But I like talking with you all. I truly love coming here and doing this. Whether it's the video I'm filming or alive, I love it. I remember once I was answering comments and my son came, he was coming down the stairs and he's like, why are you have this big old grin on your face, what are you watching? I said, no, I'm commenting, I'm answering my comments. Because each one, I don't know if y'all can feel, I'm smiling through it, even though it's a thank you. And I put, I am like, thank you, it's like, thank you for watching my video, I appreciate you, and I truly do. And he's like, you're answering comments and you have this big smile on your face. I say, yes, because I want it to translate when they get the answer back, when they do see it, it might just soften somebody's heart. And that's who I am. Thank you. So that is what you get from each person's channel. You go here, there, you get a little bit over there, and without before you know it, you get a community of people you can go visit and feel at ease. That's it. Now I have that little puff. I'm just going over here, making sure. I ain't getting no glasses on, and unless I have that big old big old magnified mirror, things don't work. But I tell you, with this menopause will take anybody down. Anybody. I know people have lost their mind because of menopause. But I tell you, my husband, my children, they all showed up at the hospital with me that morning. They took time off from work. My little one came for a little while, and then my husband went and dropped him off. He wanted to make sure he see me before I went into surgery. And I tell you, it happened in less than a month, like in 2 weeks' time. Hello, hello. That's my husband right there. And I mean, we went in surgery. Because they tell you everything. They say surgery will be so long, things will be done in such a time. And they kind of give you a time frame. And you under, you don't know, but when you get up, they tell you. She's like, you know what? We went in and it was supposed to take 2 hours. It ended up taking almost 4 hours, because what they found, it was so much bigger because it was hiding behind my organs. That's why I was in so much pain all the time. So that was taken out. And once you have that hysterectomy, menopause came like a freight train, knocked me right off my foot and on my butt. I did not know what was happening. I couldn't. All this gray hair you see me have is menopause. My hair was falling out in clumps. My hair became like steel wool. Things was rough, and I was trying to grapple with what was going on. My husband's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I don't know what's going on." So I walked in to my doctor's office before I had before I had the surgery because I didn't know what menopause was. And when I told her I was going crazy, she's like, "No, you're having menopause." And then after the menopause, after the surgery, things just got so much worse. And I'm like, this was supposed to make me feel better. Why am I feeling bad? I'm using this Juvia's Place, and these are the blushes. Oh my God. The blush sets from Juvia's Place is just so beautiful. This is the other one. They are just cute. But had the surgery, wake up that morning, and I thought they broke my ribs because I couldn't stand up. The nurse is like, "You okay?" I was like, "I think they broke my ribs." She's like, "How much pain you in?" I say, "I don't know, maybe two, maybe five." After she came closer and she said, "Okay, let's see you stand up." She's like, "You are in a 10 or above." That's how bad. I mean, I just, I couldn't understand what was going on. I'm like, somebody broke, and I kept telling her, I say, "Somebody broke my ribs." And she's like, "No." She said, "But your doctor will explain everything to you." My second son was in the room at the time. And when he noticed I couldn't stand up, he said, "Ma, I love you." And he kissed me and he said, "I can't watch you in all this pain." And he left. He said, "I'm leaving," because he just could not understand. He cannot see me in that pain. And he told me, he said, I can't stay. I can't stay." And he left. When my doctor walked in, by then the nurse gave me painkillers, the Tylenol 500, because they don't give you those kind of stuff because you know what that can do, right? I'm still not done with the eye. I'm just doing other things. And after so this is the blush I put. It's such a cute look. You see it? It's like so cute. It's like I'm beaming. And when my doctor walked in, she's like, "You need to stand up and you gotta walk to the bathroom because you have to pee." I'm like, "I got you." She's like, "Yep." I say, "I think they break my ribs during surgery." She's like, "Nope." I say, "So why do I feel like, I mean, I can feel like something digging in my side." And I'm standing up, I'm holding the bed. And she's like, "When they do the surgery, they didn't cut me. They give me like four sections. They go in with the machine, but they can look through the computer to see what was happening. So they have to pull you up like a balloon so they can see all your organs so they can take what they need out." So that's what happened. And she said they try to take out as much as possible, but there is always a little bit of gas left in you and you have to pass it out. I am like, "Lord have mercy." I'm like, it hurts so bad. I try to sit on the toilet to pee because they want you to pee. The nurse had to come in there and hold my hands. And I stood up over the toilet to pee. That's how I couldn't even sit down. It hurt so bad. And I have a high tolerance of pain. So for it to hurt that bad, it had to be bad. Oh, I'm using Morphe. It is the dark. Gotta put glasses on because with this squinting ain't working. Yep, it's the Deep Glam 8D. If you see this and you are a dark skin person, this Morphe one is very nice. Very, very nice. It has the contour, the bronzer, the highlighter, the blush. I don't use contour and bronzer the same way. So, yeah, the surgery went longer than planned. That's the thing. It was supposed to be 2 hours. I was there for 4 hours because the size of the fibroid was so big, it was hiding behind organs, so they had to take their time to pull out everything so they don't harm any other organs in my body. That's what it was. So they had to blow me bigger than a balloon to get to that. So even though they take out as much as they said, it couldn't have prepared me for trying to stand up. My husband stayed there with me late night, and then he went home with the boys because they still in school. I think one was working and one was in school. And then the next month he came, and she explained to me the procedures, the healing, the this, the that, and I'm just taking the powder brush and I'm going to just make this a little smoother and bring it up into the hairline. And I tell you, I've had hand surgery and that didn't hurt as much. And they put you out for that one. But I have had 3 children with no painkillers, nothing. I went in and I said I want nothing and I want to have it without anything. And I did. Hello, Julia. Hello, hello. Thank you. So that surgery was like, and I mean, it was bad. It was very bad. So when all of that happened, they don't keep you long, They don't keep you long. Once the doctor clear you, it's time to go home and recovery starts. So the size, when I saw the picture, I couldn't believe it. The size of what they took out from me was the size of a big grapefruit. When you go to the store and you see the biggest grapefruit, that was what they took out from me. The fibroid was just growing and growing. And they say, when in menopause, it should shrink. My own was going the opposite direction. So I had no choice. Like I said, I was always in pain and everything hurt. I There were many times I would call in from work and say I couldn't come to work because period just comes down like a river. I was anemic for mostly all my life. Once I started my period, I was always anemic because I was losing every month more than I was taking in. I had to be on iron pills. And I'm telling you that not to make you feel sad for me, but to know if you're struggling with something, seek help because my doctor was monitoring all of that for a very long time before we decided to have surgery. So we just didn't wake up and have surgery. It was something that needed. And then menopause just came in like a freight train and threw me off my butt, and I was off balance. My skin started sagging, my hair started falling, I started sweating. I would have to take 3 4 showers a day just to keep changing clothes because when I wake up from my bed, the mattress is soaking. That's how bad menopause was. One day I sat on the couch and I cried. My husband was sleeping. I could not sleep. I went on the couch and I sat there and I cried myself. I cried. I was like, what is it am I supposed to learn from this? That was my question. What am I supposed to learn from this? And I cried because menopause was so bad. When people tell you menopause make them crazy, it can make it. If I wasn't a strong person, I'll be nuts. Trust me. If I was not strong, I'll be nuts. I have culture too. And the color I'm going to use to smoke this yellow is this dark green right here. Because if you don't like to use black or brown, you can use a very, very dark color that will not get away from you. Because when it mixes with the yellow, it will become something different. So this is where we're gonna smoke. But I mean, menopause have treated me rough. When I tell you rough, menopause have treated me bad. And you can ask my husband and he'll tell you. I mean, he used to ask me, and he asked me all the time, what can I do for you? Now it's balance enough. I can tell it's balance enough. But I mean, my good Lord, from 49 years of age to 57 years of age, menopause still kick me every now and then. So I'm telling you not to give up on whatever it is you're going through. It does, we have good days. I have good days with this menopause. So you see, but the bad days, I am learning better how to conquer it. I didn't put anything else on there. I am just blending it. Yep, it took me weeks to recover. And then one of the wounds did not want to close. The tape that they put like the skin like tape and then they band-aid it and cover it up. When I went to my first, it was 2 days after or 3 days after, I think it was a week after, I have to go back to the doctor. She's like, uh-oh, we got to take care of this before we get infection. It did not want to close. I'm like, we're not going down that path. And I was talking to the every morning I have to clean it. I'm like, we are going to heal. We are not going down that path. We are not. And my husband's like, we talking to? I say, the wounds, it was four of them. And it ended up, healing really nicely. But I was not going to have that. I'm like, no, we are not going down that road. No, 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 no. And I remember in recovery, while I was home, everybody went to work. One day I went back there to sit down and I'm sitting out there enjoying the day. It was nice. The birds are singing. Everything is just nice. And all of a sudden I felt so overwhelmed. So, I mean, I don't know what was happening to me. I was like, am I here? What's going on? When these feelings get you, like question yourself, like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I'm the only one there. And I tell you, I just started, the tears just wouldn't stop. It's like something was just welling up in me and just coming up and coming up. And I had no words for it. I don't know what it was. Everything just, my eyes just started falling, water and everything. I'm like, looking around, I'm like, what's going on? And I've laughed about it many times. And when my husband came home, I was like, I don't know what it is. I was just crying. And I cried, I don't know for how long. And then all as fast as it came, it left. And I just sat out there for a little while longer because you have to walk and stuff like that. And then I went inside, had something to drink. I had water, something else to drink. And I just could not put up till this day, I cannot put my finger on it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe there were emotions that stuff was holding on to. And I guess now it's just releasing itself. But I mean, it was strange. One side always looked darker than the other, you see? So this is where I go in with the yellow and I go over it like this. There's nothing on the brush. I'm just softening up to make it match this one because this one is softer. This one is a little bit more harsh. So I just go in with the yellow brush and go over it. It won't change it yellow, but it will make it smoky. But I mean, the roller coaster of surgery is just unbelievable. And after my 6 weeks, I went to the doctor to see if I can go back to work. And she's like, nope, we need 2 more weeks. And after that, when I went back, she said, you're good to go to work. She said, but there were restrictions. And I did what I had to do, went back to work. The people who work with me, like it's a store and we have to pull the stuff up. So there were other vendors that I am friends with, when I went back to work, they would help me bring the thing up, and often they'll wait and help me bring it down. So they truly they help me all the time and stuff like that. And every now and then I still go visit them, even though I don't work there anymore, but I go visit them and stuff like that. But yeah, life ain't easy. Life is rough, my God. Rough. Been through so much. Rough. But I survived because I refuse to give up. Okay, we're looking better. Now I can actually see. I can actually see. I hope you can see. Let me know if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I need a little green over here. Now I think I washed my green over here. So I just need a little bit more over here. And that's how you play with your makeup. It never comes out correct the first time. You just have to play with it and make it green, yellow, blue, whatever color you're working with, you just have to play with it. So now I'm just making them even as best as I can. Okay, now see, they are in. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I healed, my wounds healed. Menopause kicking high gear made things miserable, and things just went downhill from here. But I'm staying positive. I'm staying on top. I'm staying on top of all of this mess. Hello, hello. Say hi to everybody. Thumbs up the video. Give me a thumbs up. Share me out, please. I appreciate it. See, I'm sweating again, but I'm okay. It's coming down right here, but already done with that section of my face. So I'm not worried. Yeah, but I mean, elasticity, like I said, left me long time ago, honey. So when you see under my neck look like this, under my eyes look like this, or my cheeks are sunken in, that's menopause. Menopause took that away, and it's not coming back. I am not going to have surgery to do that. I am very, very comfortable in my skin. Before menopause, I was comfortable in my skin. After menopause is gone, I will still be comfortable in my skin. I was in Walgreens a couple days ago. I was so hot. See, if you look, I'm sweating. So I went like this. I picked my shirt up. I'm like this. The lady said, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah." Because sometimes it gets so intense, I have to like fan, like fan myself to get a little relief. I have no worries about that. I just keep on doing what I'm doing, loving myself a little bit every day, loving the people I come across every day, and that's about all I can do. Like when I'm done with this video, I'll have to change my shirt because my back is already soaking. But does it stop me from living life? No. Does it prevent me from sleeping? Yes. But that little magnesium thing, that little magnesium stuff is magic. That helps me a lot. When I take it, I get a good night's sleep. And I have tried, I tested. Didn't take it a couple nights just to see, and my sleep night was rough. When menopause first started, I used to get 1 hour sleep. Between 1 and 2 hours, I would get sleep, and then I have to wake up to go to work for 9 o'clock. And I'll be at work sweating. All the customers come in and go, and they'll be like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm looking for a gel line I have. I'm gonna use it as my brow gel. Yeah, but I mean, Menopause kicked me around, still kicking me around. You see, my brows are wet right now. My forehead. I didn't want this one. I wanted the other one. Why did I take this one? I want a smaller one. This is the one I want, a smaller one. But that's how it is. It's like can't do anything different. I just ride with it. In the beginning, I used to have 3, 4 cups of water by my bedside at night because at night is when the heat actually shows up the most. And I would drink water to stay cool. And then the whole rest of the night, I was in the bathroom. Every time I try to doze off, I have to go pee the water. So I say, nope. So some night I go to sleep without drinking the water because I'm like, nope. And then in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I'm guzzling the water. I'm like, oh my God, I think I made myself dehydrated. So there is like so many components to menopause. I mean, I know it's crazy. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. It's like you drink too much water, you in the bathroom all night, you already can't sleep, and then when you don't drink enough you can get dehydrated. So it's like you play in, you it's just bad. I can't even explain it. Some days I am just, I'm just riding. I am riding the menopause bus and I'm on there. And some days it's better than others. I cannot say every day is rough. Some days are just smooth sailing, and some days it's just it's too hot, too long, too much. I can't take it. But yeah, so I had to have the surgery. I had no choice, or else I might not have been there. Maybe that thing would have damaged one of my organs, my main organs, and then it would have been a different thing. So that's what happens. You gotta keep moving. Don't stop. When you stop, your life becomes stagnant. Don't stop, please. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Even though it's one step a day, just take that one step. Don't do more than you can. There are days we can do more than other days. I'm trying to fix my brow because right here in my brow have a dip, and that is from chicken pox. I have one here. This one is getting better, but this one for some reason just stays deep. So sometimes you'll see my brow over there nice and smooth, and over here it look like it's missing. It's like a scab from chicken pox, and I have one right here. If you look, you'll see like a little separation. I got chicken pox. I think I was what, 21, a couple weeks before my first wedding. I tell you. I am telling you, a couple weeks before my first wedding, I had chicken pox. It was terrible. So again, I didn't give up. I showed up all in pink for my first wedding. Pink hat, pink shoe, pink dress. Because back then I was more into the pinks and pinks. Yeah, I was a pink lady. My bedroom was paint pink at one point. So, yeah, but that's what happens. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I'm using this is Elegirl gel liner. I don't use it on my brows like you see. Yeah, but those things, that's what happened. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't ever give up on life. It's hard. Nobody's saying it's easy. Life is not easy. But boy, giving up is not an option. Giving up is not an option. I'm looking for another brush because I want to go into the yellow and kind of like tip, tip, tip a little. Oh, here's the brush. I'm looking for a clean brush. That's a clean brush. I'm going back into the yellow. Where did I put that for? Here we go. Hello, everyone. I appreciate you all for being here. I truly, truly appreciate you all. So I'm just going back over the yellow. because sometimes after you put your face powder and everything else, it does look dull and take away. So I'm just going back over it. You see, this one I went over, this one I haven't. So you see the difference? But this is how you can get smoky eyes without getting into the black and brown. If you're afraid of those colors, look for the darkest other color in your palette and use that to create a smoky eyes. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, we continue in because I don't want to keep anybody past time because I know everybody's passing by and giving me a hand and a help on this YouTube journey. And I appreciate it very much. I'm just going to go into this powder because I have a little yellow fallout, and I'm just going to go like this and get it all out. And I need to do a little bit of, yeah, this is good. Where's my stuff? I'm trying not, I don't want to blind you all with all these mirrors. You like yellow, Mona? Oh, okay. That's Sarah saying hi to somebody. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I just love doing this. I love. I mean, even when I wasn't doing live, I'll sit here and just sometimes I don't even record it. I'll just sit here and play with stuff. I'm just taking a little bit of the bronzer, and if you notice this side, I don't have any, but over here I have just to give me a little frame in the nose. Like when you look at me, see, I'm like off balance. You notice that one side is like sharp, the other side is like falling on the other side of the earth. So I'm just gonna make it together. Yeah, but that was my journey with hysterectomy. Thank God I had all my children already because that could have been dangerous for me, but it worked out very good for me. So I pray it work out for the next person. I don't want it to show too much, but I wanted to show a little. Okay, now I'm looking snatch, isn't it? So I'm just going this way. Very likely, for some reason, this side always look like it has less. You know, one side always show more than the other because dominant hand section always dominate. That's what it is. Okay, now I'm snatch. Yes, I could be so silly. If you ever spend a day with me in person, when you finish, your cheeks will be hurting because we will laugh so much. We will laugh a lot. Okay, I need. Okay, I love the blush. The blush is pretty, isn't it? I am liking it. I hope you can see how pretty it looks over here. It just looks gorgeous. Yes, it looks pretty. Okay, now I need mascara and I need liner. I'm going black eyeliner. Where is it? Did I pull it out? Not yet. Okay. I always have to look. Yes, it's sharpened. Lord Jesus. Oh, glasses. When you need glasses, that's what happens. I am telling you, I am so thankful for my glasses. Yeah, but oh yeah, surgery is not easy. Surgery is painful. Don't do unnecessary surgery if you don't need it. And just take care of yourself the best way you know how. The best way you know how, take care of yourself. Life is very, very short. We all keep thinking we have a lot. We have a lot of time. We don't. We honestly don't have a lot of time. The only time we have is right now. Right now is all we have. Okay, I'm gonna take the green and put in the outer section and maybe go all the way to the middle. And let's see what that does. Yeah, but yeah, time is not guaranteed. Time is very, very short. If you have something to do, just go ahead and do it. I have a nice little smudger brush from Sephora. It is my favorite, favorite little brush. Sometimes I try not to use it because I think I have used it so much. This little brush is the best little thing. I always find good finds in Sephora. So, culture two, we're gonna take the green and put underneath the eye, the dark green. And I just dab the brush and then I just dab like this. And under my eyes, oh yeah, I have wrinkles, but I don't let that bother me. I am proud of my wrinkles. I earn it. At 57, my God, I better earn something. See, now I'm going all the way. And then I'll take yellow and join it. Go right over this section. When you do your makeup, another thing to look for. Sometimes you look at someone's video and you think one side is wider than the other with the underlying eyeshadow. It is just how our eyes are shaped. This side is wider. This side is more narrow because of the hooded eye, because I have more flap on this side. So when I do my under eye, this side is more narrow. So what I do, I come out a little bit more to make it match this because this side is just much, much wider. So you can, when you put your liner, if you notice it's looking like that, that's what it is. One eye is very narrow and the other one is wider. So you just have to bring it out a little bit more to make it look close. It will never be the same, but you have to make it look close. And that's what I do because I already know what my eye is. So you see, like if you look at me now, one looks wider than the other, right? Underneath. But when I take the powder and I go like this, it will kind of balance it a little. Yeah, Jamaica flag. Yeah. Yes, the island of Jamaica. Yeah, I have a lot of friends. When I moved to Florida, the Smith family from Jamaica, they were my they were my family because when I moved Florida, I only had my friend and then my babysitter because I moved here with my young son. And I tell you, I've done a lot of brave stuff in my life. I have done a lot of brave stuff. I took the train from Canada all the way to Florida with my young first son. Move. I was like, it's time to go because my life was shit. That story's for another time. When I tell you I have been there, I have been there. Yep. I was like, I am out of Dodge. I am leaving. I am not staying anymore. This is the second time this is happening to me. No, 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 no. I'm not staying. I'm going. I remember when I called my dad, I said, you know what? I arrived in Canada, but I'm heading out. I'm going somewhere in the States. I tell him, I say, I have a friend who gave me her number when we were in school in upstate New York. And she said, whenever you want to come to Atlanta, just let me know. And I was like, no problem. Years later, and I think that was back in '84 when that she told me that. And then here in 1990, I pull up the number. You know how we used to have those little phone books with the numbers written in there? Back then, you memorize numbers and you knew them. That type of. And I call her and she's like, I say, you still in Atlanta? She's like, no. I say, well, I need a place to go to. She said, I'm in Florida if you want to come. I was like, I'll be on the next train. As soon as I hang up from her, I call the train station. Amtrak. Well, that one was Canada train station. I was like, can I get 2 tickets to Florida? And they're like, sure, bought the tickets, left, repack. I just had arrived, what, 2 weeks? Repack my suitcase. My, my journey will surprise you, honey. And I left. My dad, when I call my dad's like, please don't go. You don't know where you're going. I say, I've never known where I've been going all my life, so this ain't gonna change. He's like, but you have a child. I said, nothing will ever happen to him if I am still alive. And I left. I tell him when I get to Florida, I'll call you and let you know. When I call him, my dad's like, my God, you don't change. You've been like that forever. I was like, Dad, it's not working. I'm not staying. I might be young, but I am not stupid and I love my happiness. And that's how I end up in Florida, honey. Life, life. Again, I still haven't put it aside. I have a lot of new ones. I promise. Next time when you see me, I'll have a new one. Ah. It's just that it does need exchanging. It still have a little bit of stuff in there, but it's just so hard to get rid of it. But I need to get rid of it. I'll open up a new one for the next live. So y'all can see I gave it up. But yeah, that's how I end up in Florida, honey. I sold all my stuff in St. Thomas from my apartment, moved to Canada, and things were not going right for the second time. Second time. I was like, are you serious? You make me sell all my stuff. I was like, what, 20, in my 20s, early 20s. And now I'm here and things not working out. I didn't say it in that nice way. I'm just not gonna say those words over here. I said, hell no, I'm not staying there. I am leaving. Our emotions and our feelings can just it can get away with you. But I meant it. I was like, you know what? If you decide to join me in Florida, I'll be happy. But if you don't, I will be okay. I stayed in Florida and begged, will you come? No. You should come and see it. No. Please come. No. I stopped asking. And as soon as I stopped asking, here he was. He showed up. I say, are you here to stay? He's like, nope. I was like, since you're not staying, I'll be sending you divorce papers. So he said, okay. And that's what I did. I think I was 25 when I filed for divorce the first time. Yep. I was 25. First time filing for divorce. I was like, I said, my happiness have a lot to do with this, honey. My father's like, please don't. I was like, Dad, you live in your life. I know you love me because I'm a daddy's girl, but at this point, this is my joy. This is my happiness. This is what I want. I contacted a lawyer in Fort Lauderdale. I said, I want to file for divorce. And the lawyer is like, do you want this, that, that? I was like, no, I don't want nothing. I said, I want him to have full custody, just like our full custody. We share. We have one child, we're going to share it. The lawyer looked at me, he's like, are you okay? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I've never had an easy divorce like this. I was like, I don't want anything. I say, he's not a bad person to begin with. It's just that things not working out. It's not what I signed up for. So I gotta let it go. I have this pencil by, I think it's called Translucent. I'm gonna put it on. Yeah, so I have had a journey that is vast. In my 57 years, I have had a journey. And my mom used to always say, no mistakes happen. These are just trials you're supposed to go through to come out on the other side. She is so right. She is so right. And since I was somebody who just don't, just don't put up with stuff, I have a big mouth. And she used to always tell me, you don't have to tell people all of that. Sometimes you just have to. She'll be like, zip it. I'm like, no, they need to know. And I do that with everything. I share that with my knowledge. If I know something and somebody asks me, I will share it. Yesterday, I was on the phone for 2 hours sharing YouTube tips with somebody who called me. And I gave them all the tea. I just let them know everything that was in my head. That's how I am. If I know something, I share it. Green looking good. I tell you, my journey has been vast. In my little short time on this earth, I have things that have happened and things that will continue to happen. I cannot stop it. But I will keep living. That's just what it is. Okay, what am I missing? Nothing. I don't think I'm missing anything. Not that I can see it. I cannot see anything here. Oh well. Yeah, but oh yeah, that's how I end up in Florida. I end up in Florida. I love it. I just love this. This is by Milani and it's called I Am Powerful. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. None of this is fun. But yeah, my life, that's why I tell people your story makes you strong. Your story is your story. Life has turned me over, roll me around, throw me out, take me in, and I have not given up, not once. I have cried, but I have not given up. I have cried, but I've not given up. And I guess because I've not given up, I am here to share stories with you and let you know that you're not alone. And, just live life. Live life. Don't be ashamed to live life because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. I watched my mom on her sick bed, and I remember looking at her, and she looked at me and she had this look in her eyes. And that was one of these days. She wasn't saying anything to no one. When I walked there, my brother said, she been here all day. She not saying nothing to no one. She haven't talked to nobody today. Nothing. She don't want, you know. So I walked in there and she gave me this look. So anyway, this is my look for whoever needs to drop off. This is my smoky yellow eye look without using black or brown. This is what I'm looking like. I hope it's coming across nicely because the blush is sexy. And this is my look. Please remember to give me a thumbs up. But before we close, and she looked at me and I looked at her and I went closer to her. I said, I know you're not talking to anybody today because they already tell me. And they always tell me, when you show up there, she's always smiling. My mom and I had this kind of relationship. If I talk to her 4 times a day, I tell her I love her every time I hang up. So, and I look like her a lot. I was just at the movies last weekend with my sister, and after the movie finished, I turned around to look at her. She's like, "Please don't look at me. You look too much like her. You look even more like her, like this." And I tell my every time, and I even had to tell her that once because once I went there and I had my glasses on, I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and she's looking, and I'm like, "You think you're looking at yourself?" And she started smiling, and she shook her head and said, "Yes." I was like, no, me. And I took the glass and I said, see, it's me, it's not you. Like this. So I look a lot like her. The older I get, the more I look like her. And that day she wasn't talking to nobody. I guess she was in her feelings and everything. And she knew she was gonna pass anyways. It was just time. And I went in her ears and I held her hands and I say, whatever it is, mom, that you think that you have not done in this life, pray about it and release it. I say, and if you think you did a bad job with us growing up when you beat us, punish us, I say you did exactly what you needed to do at the time you needed to do it to make sure that we were on the straight and narrow. I say, I forgive you. I say, all my sisters, and I call each of them by name, and my brothers, and I call each of them by name, and I say, they forgive you. I say, we're not holding you up to anything. I say, the only thing we have for you is love. I say, we love you so much for being a single mother raising 6 kids, going to the garden, doing all these things and making sure all of us turn out okay. You cannot read and write, but we can read and write. And I tell her, I say, let it go because you don't need to die thinking that we don't love you. We love you dearly. When I look up, the tears were rolling down her eyes. I think she needed to hear that because she maybe thought, oh my God, maybe I did a bad job. Watching her life, passing by day, she may be thinking, you know what? Did I do a good job or did I do a bad job? And I had to reaffirm to her, you did an excellent job. I said, the amount of places I have been in my life, being independent and doing so many things. I have worked for $1 million companies in my life. I say, I have done so much in my life. I say, watch all my sisters. We might not have degrees, but we have all maintained integrity because you taught us so much. My mom just cried. She didn't say a word. She just cried, cried, cried. I kissed her on her cheek. I take her hand and I put in mine and I hold it like this. I say, you'll be forever loved. And when it's time for you to close your eyes and say, this is it, you will still be loved after you're gone. So don't worry, you did a fantastic job. And I tell her I'm heading back up because I live like 45 minutes away from my sister. And I talk to my brother in the living room. I say, she'll talk to you later. I say, I am heading back up. And I head back up. I would drive down every other day to go see her. And 2 or 3 weeks later, she passed. She was at peace When my younger son went with me, I said, "You're gonna come because grandma just passed. I'm going down there to make sure they take the body and everything." When he got there, he said, "She is not dead. She looks so peaceful, mom." That was his words. She died in peace. I am telling you that. Don't wait to let somebody know they did something good or impact your life or your family's life or somebody you know life. Don't wait until they're in their dying bed. You might not get that chance. I was blessed to get that chance. All of us don't get that chance. Tell them no, because if they start forgetting tomorrow, you lose your opportunity. Tell them now. Every time my kids walk out that door, I tell them, "I love you, drive safe, be careful out there." Every single time. Whether they come in and they're going back out, the minute I see them, I'm like, "I love you." Like, I don't know if this is the last time I'm going to see them. And I have prepared them. I say, if one morning you wake up and dad says mom has passed, know that mom did everything in her power to make sure you all left behind and don't get stuck and move on with life, because the memories you make is what's going to forward, back and forth. You're going to go. You'll have your bad days, but the memories are going to help you. Don't wait until somebody's died. If you have the opportunity to tell somebody you love them this morning, tell them that. If you have the opportunity this afternoon to tell somebody that, tell them that. If you have the opportunity to tell them that tonight, tell them that, because it disappears fast. And that's what I like to end. Well, I don't want to end with that. I want to end with today's I am. That was an I am that was left in there. Hello, Tamika. Hello, hello. Say hi to Tamika. Tamika is a supporter of so many people. And I hope you had a happy birthday, Tamika. I hope you had a good one. I sent a prayer up to heaven for you, honey. When I saw Slim Shelly did that video, I commented and I said a prayer. I pray that everything works out for you, honey. Everything. It's a blessing to see another birthday every time. Thank you, thank you. So this is the Smoky eye look, and today's I am was left in the comments of another video, and it says, "I am refreshed on the woman I have become mentally, emotionally, and physically. I have overcome a lot of obstacles." Perfectly done. Perfectly done. That is true. We have all been somewhere, something have, if we are on this earth, we have all been through something. It doesn't matter if no the other person was worse than yours. There are no measure. We have all been through something. Everyone, I appreciate you very much for coming. Yes, we all have stories. Yes, we do, we do, we do, we do. And we just have to know and let each other remind each other they are not alone. We are a team, we are a community, and your pain, you should not have to go through it alone. Somebody else should not have to go through it alone. You find somebody you can talk to and share and help. So, with that, I don't want to keep you any longer. I'm trying to keep it at a minimum where everybody can come in, enjoy, have fun, play with their makeup, and live inspired, knowing that you can do anything you put your mind to. Anything. Don't let anybody stand in your way. If you can't go through the door, find a window. Don't stop. Your dreams might not fulfill every day the same way you want it, but it is going to be fulfilled, because life is forever. Whether we're there or not, somebody else is living their life. So help yourself and do yours. Thank you very much. You too have a wonderful day, Yvette. Thank you all for coming. Please share this video. Please like this video. The comments help. I am so thankful for all of you all. And with love from me to you, keep rising. Never give up on yourself. Don't harm you or another. And if you have any, just a drop of something up here going not right, seek help. Somebody out there is going to help you. Just ask for help. Just like how I got to Florida. with my 1.5-year-old son on the train from all the way Ottawa, Canada to Hollywood, Florida. You can do it. You can do it. Don't let fear stand in your way, because once you start doing stuff, fear disappears. You become so, that's it. It's like you have power to do more. So keep doing beautiful, beautiful day. Stay blessed and love you all. Then I'll see you all again soon.